Hello again. It's been a little over a month since I last posted, but it's not because I've been lazy, for the most part. I've been ramping up my preparation for the CPTS exam, and I think I'm now in a good spot to take it in the next couple of weeks. Many of you watching this video probably already know this, but if you are new here, I've started a Road to CPTS YouTube playlist where I've been documenting my journey on prepping for the Hack the Box CPTS exam, and I've been trying to give you guys tips and tricks that I've learned that have helped me along the way. Since my last video in the series, I've been doing a ton of preparation, including all of the CPTS prep track and the majority of the Dante prep track on the main Hack the Box platform. I also got a 1-month ProLab subscription and did the Pooh and Dante ProLabs, and I'll talk more about those later. And then most recently, I just did the Attacking Enterprise Networks, or AEN module, blind, and overall I felt pretty good about it. There were some parts of AEN that were a little bit tricky to me, but overall it felt like when I came across something during enumeration, I was able to pick up the hints and context clues on how it should be attacked, and the majority of the time I was correct. So completing AEN and seeing that 100% completion on Hack the Box Academy has instilled me with some confidence, and I think I'm finally ready to stop delaying, prepping, and over-preparing, and actually start my first attempt. To talk a little bit about my experience with the ProLabs and AEN module, I wouldn't really recommend the Pooh mini lab as preparation, just because there are too many things in that lab that are a bit out of scope and could be discouraging. Overall, it's not a bad lab, I would just rather put my time elsewhere that is more in line with the CPTS. The Dante ProLab provided me with a lot of great experience for enumerating large networks, and really nailed down my lateral movement and multi-pivoting strategy. My only complaint with Dante is that the progression through all the boxes is not very linear. It's not like the Attacking Enterprise Networks module, or from what I've heard, the CPTS exam as well, where you go from getting a foothold on one box, rooting it, and then finding something on that box that will give you a hint to getting a foothold on the next box, so on and so forth until you've compromised all the boxes and gotten all the flags. With Dante, you're jumping around on all the different boxes, and some boxes require you to have discovered credentials on a different box in order to access them, which I guess could be considered more realistic, but it's just kind of a pain. As far as exploits go though, most of them are pretty straightforward and quite easy. The major one that sticks out that is kind of out of line of the CPTS was an intended path to do a buffer overflow on a vulnerable application on a Linux host, but you can use the knowledge you've gathered from the CPTS course to find another way to root that box. So in reality, that buffer overflow intended path doesn't really matter. Some things that I didn't do that I would still recommend doing if you want more practice is doing the Zephyr ProLab. From what I've heard, that ProLab is supposed to be very good for practicing Active Directory enumeration and attacks. I've decided that I've spent way too much time practicing and prepping, but if I wasn't confident in my Active Directory abilities, I would definitely give that lab a try. Another thing that I didn't do when prepping that I wish I'd done, but was too lazy or overwhelmed to do, was write up a mock report for the AEN and ProLabs. I still took good notes when doing AEN and Dante, and I have Sysraptor all set up, but I didn't really practice writing any reports in Sysraptor as I did the labs and module. Maybe this will come back to bite me if I fail based on my report, but I've seen a few official pentest reports in the real world. I have the methodology and template for how to write a good report from Bruno Rockamora, and I already take good notes with all the commands and outputs that I've tried, so hopefully I'll be fine. Maybe this isn't sound logic, but my logic is if I fail the exam based on my report, but I get all the flags on the first try, then I can use the second attempt to really make sure my report is up to standards throughout the whole 10 days. So that's it for my little CPTS and channel update. You will be hearing from me more in the future, don't worry. Hopefully with good news that I've passed the CPTS exam and not shameful news that I'm a failure. But once the CPTS is over, I will get back in the swing of things as far as videos go. And if you're in the Discord channel, then you already know I've floated around the idea of streaming, maybe doing a Q&A or some retired boxes live. But yeah, that's it for this video. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.